Before I begin the video, I just want to flag, as always, that I am not a qualified financial advisor and nothing I say should be considered as financial advice. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Christmas. I hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas and is lucky enough to have a break from work. What I thought I'd do as we're getting to the end of 2024 was just to review the goals that I set at the start of this year and see if I've achieved them and how close I've come. Bit of a spoiler, I've titled this video I failed at my 2024 goals because I haven't reached all of them, but hopefully this look back and the reflection just shows that I have made progress towards them. So I'm splitting this video into two parts. So one is my financial goals and the other is my goals for this channel. So in 2024, the first goal I had was to invest, overpay and save every single month. And the good news with this goal is that I completed it. So no matter how small, I made the effort that every month I'd put money towards my stocks and shares ISA. I'd also put money as overpayments to my mortgage, and then I'd also save money into my emergency fund or premium bonds. Now, the way I did this, particularly with my mortgage, was that I agreed with the mortgage company that I would pay more than my contracted payment. So, instead of £509 a month coming out of my account, it would be £609. And I have kind of no say over that each month. I mean, I can apply to have a change, but that's just something that automatically comes out our account every single month for the mortgage. So £100 overpayment is already built in there. For investments, I just made sure that we invested by at least £25 a month, and then saving similarly. I just wanted to save at least £25. So I was really happy with that. Goal number 2 was to knock £1,000 a month off the mortgage balance. So I started out really well with this goal, and in the first maybe 3 or 4 months of the year, we overpaid by £500 to £600 a month. But once we got to maybe April or May time, there was other things that we had to pay for, and the mortgage went a bit to the wayside. It's not that I was still overpaying, but just not overpaying by enough that would knock £1,000 off the mortgage balance. So when I've looked at the figures, on average, we've taken around £100 off the mortgage. We've taken £800 off the mortgage each month, which is still really good, but obviously it's not the £1,000 that I'd aimed for. Realistically, I hadn't factored in building up my emergency fund, to the level that I'm comfortable with. So really, it was a bit unrealistic that I would knock £1,000 off the mortgage each month without having a sufficient emergency fund, because as I mentioned on lots of my videos, I really want to be in a position where we have a few £1,000 sat there in the bank that we can use for when emergencies crop up. Goal number 3 was to hit £10,000 in investments. So that's in my stocks and shares ISA, and we have been doing well on this, but I didn't reach that £10,000 milestone, but I did reach, I think I went over £9,000, and then in the past few days, because of how stocks and shares ISAs fluctuate, the value is just under £9,000 now. So I'm happy that I've made progress compared to this time last year, but it's still going to be a focus when we get into the new year. And then my final financial goal was to keep a £3,000 emergency fund. And the idea I had at the start of the year was to always have £3,000 in an emergency fund. So then if I take money out of it, I would top it back up so it's at least £3,000. Now, unfortunately, that didn't happen. I think it's just a case that I wasn't, I labelled this priority number 4, and I think that shows because it wasn't my priority throughout the year, and it's fluctuated, and I've taken money out for non-emergencies, and it's now currently sat at £2,000. So I do want to build it back up, and I do want to get more in the habit of prioritizing that and saying, I think realistically it'd be good if I had a value of £6,000, and then if I need to use it for anything, then I just top that back up immediately. So I think that would be the goal that I'm having, but I won't spoil my goals for 2025 yet, because that will come in another video. So those were my financial goals, and then I'll just move on and talk about my Geordie Saver goals. So thinking about this channel, what I wanted to achieve in 2024. So goal number 1 was post a video every week, and yeah, I've completed that. I mean, I haven't went back and counted them all, but I know from my habits and what I've been doing that I have kind of four to five core videos that I post every single month. So I've got my mortgage update, my emergency fund update, my investment update, and then my financial freedom update, and then a budget with me video that I've been trying to do. So there's 5 videos that I post every month with about a week apart, spacing, and then I have some ad hoc videos like the one you're currently watching that feed in there as well. So yeah, I've definitely posted more in 2024 than I did in 2023, which I'm really happy about. And then my second goal, which was sort of linked, was reaching 1,000 subscribers. I think when I started this year, I had just like 350 subscribers or so, and now I'm at 793 subscribers. So I am getting closer and closer to my 1,000 subscribers goal, but there's still a bit there. I would say about this is that because it's been such a long journey for reaching 1,000 subscribers, I think I've sort of been able to appreciate the progress that I make. So, and actually, I have really noticed the difference in just jumping up from those 350 to 793, just the number of comments I got on my videos, and just that sort of positive community of people that comment and discuss things on my videos, which is really good. So thank you if you are one of those people who subscribed this year, or if you've been subscribed for a while. Really appreciate it. And then the last goal, which was a very big goal, was to write and self-publish my own personal finance book. I've got an idea about a personal finance book that I don't really think, well, I haven't seen on the market, or I don't see it about loads. The type of book I'm thinking of, which is less about you must do this and more about these are the lessons that I've learned in my life and what I've discovered, and it's more of an easy read sort of thing. It's not really prescriptive. It's more I'm still making mistakes, but this is my journey so far. But actually, I haven't written it. I've been, busy with other things in my life, and the ideas have been forming in my head, but I haven't really put pen to paper much. But what I have done is I have joined a writing group, and actually the writing group's not for non-fiction, which my book will be. We write fiction, and actually that creative process and writing fiction and discussing with others, it's really helping my creative brain and my creative energies. So I think it'll be really transferable, the skills I'm building up in my writing group, to writing my own book. And actually, I am toying with an idea about writing a fiction book about personal finance, because again, that is an idea that I've had for a while, and I think it may be that I try and merge my passion for personal finance and those sort of things with my other passion when I read for kind of sci-fi thrillery books. So watch this space, because you never know, I might have a fiction book that's in the works rather than it being non-fiction. So yeah, that was a whistle-stop tour of my 2024 goals and how I did with them. Now, I appreciate I didn't achieve all of them, But what I will say is that I made progress. I think writing down goals is a really useful technique to understand what your priorities are and also focus on those priorities. I will be doing my 2025 goals, and I'll be posting that in the next week or so. But this sort of reflective exercise has really helped me think about what those goals should be, and what I need to focus on. So please let us know in the comments below if you had goals for 2024 and whether you achieved them, and I'll see you on the next video.